Thank you for staying with us. From both sides of the divide, reactions continue to trail the verdicts of the 2023 Presidential Petition Tribunal, Petition Tribunal. The 104 non-serving senators on the platform of the All Progressive Congress, APC, have commended the tribunal for affirming the victory of President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima. In a statement by its convener and former Kano Central Senator in the 7th Assembly, that's National Assembly, Senator Basheer Lado, the group congratulated President Tinubu and expressed hope that the development will bring progress and prosperity to the country. Dari, people that the judgment did not favor actually said when the judges were reading that judgment today for that day for 13 hours, it looks more like the submission papers for the All Progressive Congress, that the judges sounded so antagonistic. They deployed some words that are so uncomplimentary. It was as if they were chiding the lawyers and as if they were the mouthpiece for the All Progressive Congress and the Independent National Electoral Commission. That judgment does not look like a normal judgment, that there's something about that judgment, and they went further to say that it might have been lawyers to the All Progressive Congress that actually wrote that judgment.
Yeah. When there is an unusual case, it's expected that everything about its outcome, the proceedings, will look unusual, especially to those who disagree with the final judgment. Ayo, I want to say that we need to be fair to people who find themselves on the hot seats. And in saying this, I'm talking about the judges. While those who don't like the judgment, or those who are opposed to the judgment, or those to whom the judgment is not acceptable, may see it as something unusual, something strange, something tailored. It is their opinion. Do you know how I see it? I see angry judges. In my opinion, the judges on that panel were angry.
They were pissed.
They were pissed. And the question you should ask me, are they rightly so? I'll tell you, yes, we are all humans. If you sit on the panel of a case and people go and get your entire family picture, put it out there. Get the phone numbers of your husband, your wife, your children, and ask people to be calling them, tormenting them, cursing them ahead of or during the proceeding of that judgment. I mean, that case. How would you have felt as a human being? In my opinion, the judges were they controlled themselves. But what they did was to point out that, look, we'll be guided by what happens in the courtroom, not by the noise out there. It is within their right to point it out that we too, as humans, were not pleased with what you did to us, that you didn't need to do it. Those were the things, those were the tones some people are pointing out as they look like mouthpiece. No, they were speaking for themselves. And they were speaking for the entire judiciary that don't put us through this kind of rigors. It is unnecessary. Believe in what we would do. It is the court. It is a place where you have all come to seek justice. If you already declare those who will do justice as unfair, biased, influenced,
Why did you submit yourself?
Why did you submit yourself to the process? That is the anger you, I, and they saw in the judges. And if you ask me, I'll say they have every right to be angry. They are humans. Let's just be fair. And for those who are now saying some APC lawyers wrote the judgment, whatever, I'll tell you it's their opinion. And I hope some of the APC lawyers will be angry enough too to help us test this argument in court. Former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, was earlier accused of writing a judgment. He has vowed to go to court. I am eager.
He has been dealing with them.
He has started. Beautiful. Let's test some of these things in court. Those who made the allegation must have their facts. I'm not saying they are wrong, neither am I saying they are right. But I want the judges, the lawyers of the APC too, to take them up on what they have said too, so that we'll go to court and test some of these arguments.
I think, Babatubi, surprisingly, you discover that people that are lawyers, even on this case, and you feel that, ordinarily they should, they should, anything that impugn on the integrity of the judiciary, they should stay away from it. Lawyers are leading this vanguard to tell Nigerians that, no, this is the closing submission of APC. That is not a judgment.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of lawyers condemning the justices of the Court of Appeal, and by extension, saying that they don't have hope in whatever the Supreme Court will do in the next 60 days.
Yes, because most lawyers, most senior lawyers who have spoken about the judgments, lauded the judgments, for being very thorough, for being very articulate, and for the judges, because I think the reason why it took 12 hours was that everybody wanted to make sure that they cover all bases. So there will be no place in that judgment that somebody can say it did not touch A or touch B. So that, to me, that's the fundamental difference. And most of the lawyers who are mentioning that were attacking the judgments, I may be wrong, but I've not seen one of them attack it on the point of law, only on sentiments. Either they say somebody wrote it, or that somebody went to India before the judgment, or a judge was not showing their face to the camera. Nobody, and I said I may be wrong, have come forward out of those lawyers you mentioned to argue on the point of law as stated by these judges. To me, that's a fundamental key in what is going on. Because it's no longer a case of the law. It's now a case of perception. They've been riding this roller coaster for so long, misleading their people on what the outcome will be, that to befuddle that scenario where the judges are very clear, were precise. Because one thing I took away, I'm not a lawyer, but I took one thing away. The lead judgment stated that there's nothing that has been brought to them, all the prayers brought to them have been handled before by either the High Court, the Court of Appeal, or the Supreme Court. So you are now, because you now know there's going to be, hell will freeze over before the Supreme Court will overturn themselves. So it's better to now create the scenario that what do you expect from these judges by maligning and degrading the judges. And I'm glad that the judges are now charging lawyers fines for bringing frivolous cases. Some for 42 million or 50 million. Personally, I hope that whatever happens at the Supreme Court, whoever is found to have wasted the time and resources of the courts will also be fined. Seriously. Because if you notice, once the judgment came out, the tension in the land has gone down. It has returned to the fringes. Because most Nigerians who are serious, like the senator said, are now willing to move on with their lives. And even the president, as you know, continue to do his job. He has not stayed behind to wallow or wait for anybody. He was on the road to bring prospective investors to the country. And so he has moved on. They are willing to continue to do what they have. Like our people say in Ibadan, let them continue to do the case. Let us continue to rule.
And then if you look at most Nigerians who have been following this case, the fair ones, the serious ones, I'll say, all they did after the judgment was to look at the meat.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are coming to say, look, these are facts. One major thing, you just mentioned it, that people are talking about now, that truly, it seems that all these people didn't have new cases to take to the tribunal. There is none of the things listed that we have not heard about before. No. Most of them were dealt with as pre-election matters. So why they expected that where this party is saying we were rigged in, they mentioned states. People were expected to see figures. If you look at most cases where elections were upturned, it had to do with figures. People saying, look, we got 120,000 votes in so-so polling unit. 12,000 was recorded for us. So there's an argument. Both parties will argue. How come it is true? It is not. Where it is found to be true, figures will change. And then the court will compute the new figures and say, look, it's obvious.
You are not the winner.
But of all these cases, none of the parties went to court with contradictory figures
The one submitted by
to debunk what was submitted by INEC. And that's why INEC is saying, look, you came here to waste our time. We also have to pay lawyers to deal with. We paid lawyers because we felt that, oh, these people are coming with fresh issues. If you listen to the INEC lawyer during one of the questions, he said, look, that people should understand that government resources is being wasted. If what we have come here to argue is what we argued in High Court said you were wrong. We went to Appeal Court said you were wrong. We got to Supreme Court, and you are bringing it to a tribunal. That this is obviously a waste of the time of the court, the resources of the parties.
What even make it more pathetic was the fact that people are arguing that the only form, ECAT, that is required by law to show the score. They are not the problem. That's not their problem. The problem is that it was not uploaded.
When the Electoral Act is very clear.
And so look, if I promise to serve you tea in this China cup, and I couldn't serve you with the tea, I bring plastic. Maybe for you to drink the tea.
Drink tea.
Why are you particular about the kind of cup that I used to bring tea for you?
Is the contents of the Form EC8 incorrect?
Yeah. Your people, did they not sign it?
That's what the judges are saying. Your people signed this thing. It is INEC's offer. It's an offer. Okay, we will also try and upload this thing. And they came out to explain to you that, look, due to certain technical issues or fears.
Don't you think what they are saying now, beyond the legal framework down to the tribunal, people are saying that it's not what you promised us, it's not what we got eventually. That yes, you offered us, and the offer became attractive, and that offer lured a lot of youths to participate in that exercise. That look, it affected the credibility of the process.
I agree
and they felt that look, with this offer, that we have a cast iron alibi to say, look,
this is fair.
This is the result. This is fair.
I agree with those who are saying that totally. That INEC goofed by not living up to its promises. However, the question is, can we now use that to invalidate the entire process? My dear brother, the answer is no.
That's what the court has just
we will be throwing away the baby with the bathwater. The bathwater became dirty because INEC did not live up to our expectations. Look, AY, we have a law, the Electoral Act. It is in our constitution. The offer of uploading results is not there. If INEC uploaded it, it would not have contravened the law. It's an offer. If it is within its powers to do it, beautiful. If it has the resources to get it done, wonderful. It will add to the credibility of the process. But it will not doing it cannot take away from the credibility of the result.
Yeah.
The process is what will continue to fault. And how do we fault it? By saying, if you had done that, it would have been better. Next time, make sure you do that. You will see that it will be better. It's an offer that when I serve you rice, the law says I should give you rice when you come to my house because we belong to the same society. Yes, it's a law. But the law did not stipulate that I should give you 2 meat. I now said, look, when you come, I'm going to make sure you get 2 meat because of something you did to me. Beautiful. You came to my house. Due to the scarcity of meat at that time, I offered you a meat as stipulated by the law. You cannot say I have not done what is expected of me.
Why you not serve the rice?
Why you not serve the rice? Did it not come with meat, which is protein?
Okay.